All right, hey guys. This is Intelligent Psycho, man, Isaiah, and I'm coming with another stream of a movie called Last Breath, and this stars Woody Harrelson as Duncan Adlock, Finn Cole played as Chris, Simon Liu as David Yasa, and so I'm just gonna read a little bit of the script real quick. So a brief synopsis. So Last Breath is directed and co-written by Alex Parkinson. Last Breath dramatizes the true story of a saturation diving accident that took place off the coast in Scotland in 2012. Based on Parkinson and Richard DaCosta's 2019 documentary of the same name, the rescue thriller involves around a near-death experience of Chris Lemons, played in the movie by Finn Cole, a young commercial diver who is lost at the bottom of the North Sea for nearly 40 minutes and only a little over 5 minutes of breathable gas and his energy tank and no way to protect himself from the freezing underwater temperatures. So yeah, going into this movie, I had no idea what the movie was centering and based off of. I had not seen the 2019 documentary of the same name. I had not seen that. Um, I had not even heard anything about the story. So I was going into this absolutely blind. How did I hear about this one? And sorry, somebody was sending me a message. Sorry about that, guys. Getting back to the movie. So yeah, going into this, I had no idea what was going on. Like I did not see any trailers for this one. I did not see any kind of like no reviews besides maybe a couple people that I follow on YouTube, a couple of movie critics that I follow. So I only seen what they had to say about it, but I'm going into this absolutely blind. I did not know anything about the story. I did not know anything about who was going to play the movie, who was directing, who the characters or anything. So going into this, man, with a blind kind of experience. So man, I really enjoyed this movie. This is a powerful story, and you really actually feel um, these characters, these saturation divers, um, especially for the young diver Chris Lemons, played by Finn Cole, as he um, in the movie like is going through it. Like nearly he nearly has had an absolute defined experience because he's going down 305 meters down in underwater to try to repair a gas line that was, kind of like was set down there a little bit too high. And there was a problem with the ship, and it basically was a problem with the ship, and he was going down there to go down there, prepare it and repair it alongside Dave. He was going to go down there and also as well to help him play because it was an assigned mission and they had to complete this assigned mission set by their captain. So, yeah, I going into that, man, I was like, man, I hope they will come out. I hope they come out of this underwater, down underwater and escape from the underwater temperatures and repair that gas valve because it was about to set a break. So going into a little bit of it. Also, I did like the character seasoned veteran Duncan Alcock, played by Woody Harrelson. Man, he pretty much was the heart and the soul, and pretty much gave a lot of tutelage, advice to these young sea divers, seasoned sea divers, um, Chris Lemons, and of course Dave. And you kind of saw that this was his last part also in the movie in the rotation, because they all go through a set of rotations in this assigned mission by their captain at the end of the day. So what happened was, um, also a death defying accident with an introduction into the world of saturation diving, one of the world's most dangerous and isolating isolation professions. We met Chris, who says goodbye to his fiancee Marag, played by Bobby Rainsbury, to report to duty and a support vessel that will transport him to his fellow divers, and notably seasoned veteran Duncan Adlock, as I said, also, and no nonsense heavyweight Dave Uwasa to the North Sea locale. Well, will they be performing repairs of the gas manifold over 300 feet below the surface? So yeah, I kind of briefly explained it before I started to read this. But yeah, man, I was kind of feeling for all three uh, of these fellow divers, man, and kind of feeling like, will they be able to make it? Will they be able to, like, repair the gas line, the gas manifold, as they were following so far deep down the hole. And it's also, like I said, based on a lot of true events where they had to go. And then eventually, what went on in the movie is they didn't end up repairing it. They did end up repairing the gas. They end up having to report and report back up to the station, up to the line, and up to the station, everything up to the ship, because something was going to be involved. It was an incident that was involved, and you really kind of saw that one of the divers, one of the gears of the line that was pulling them up, end up breaking off of him, and so he ends up still down there, and he has to blow that valve line of his headgear on his headgear. He has to blow that to completely keep him away and breathing it, having to breathe oxygen. Chris, he had one of his lines on the back of his seat of his gear ends up breaking, ends up the rope of his sea diver gear is up breaking, so he ends up having to um, blow a line to keep himself involved with oxygen. But what happened in that instance, he ends up falling down below underwater level, and he ends up losing a whole lot of oxygen down there for 40 minutes, and they did not have any location where it was, so they had to navigate the lines and the ship to go locate Chris, because in order for him to bring him home. So it was a decompression. So a day of decompression where a whole big accident happened, where he ends up having once he ends up getting back above line, back above level, and back up where he ends up getting back into the ship, and ends up going through the day of decompression. He ends up surviving. So yeah, the movie really was a powerful, powerful message and a powerful story. It was just relatively evolved throughout. The characters really, you really felt the emotion. You felt the heartache. You felt the emotion. You felt the overall tension. The breathtaking cinematography. The breathtaking, just events that really just an overall fight for survival at the end of the day. So yeah, man, I really really enjoyed this movie, man, a lot. It definitely gave me something that really a lot of films in cinema need, is just realism, real life tragic moral compass story based events that evolve around a, a dangerous job, being these fellow divers, having to complete these missions, these daunting and hell of a daunting task, with levity and just overall just uh, 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 and overall weight and withholding the weight. So yeah, man, I really enjoyed this movie, man. I cannot recommend this movie enough. Um, I would say definitely check it out. Go see it in the theaters. Um, the budget for this movie was like $23.8 million, so very small budgeted, man. But I really, really think that you guys will like this one. If you like just based on true stories from the documentary and true events, you will definitely like this one. And I give this movie a perfect 4 star out of 4, 10 out of 10 ranking. It's definitely gonna be up there when we get towards the summer, probably towards the latter half of the year. It's gonna be up there for one of my favorite movies, man, um, and one of the best movies of the year so far. So I cannot recommend this one enough. So I would definitely say check this one out. And that's all I got to say. And if anybody wants to, and if anybody wants to chat, um, they can. Let me see. Okay. Um, all right, so I guess it's not gonna be a long video, but yeah, live stream. So yeah, man, thank you guys for watching, and tell me what you guys think. I am out.